Hi everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Discovering Breaking Bad. I'm sorry for the slight delay in episodes. I've been really busy and things have been going on in my life, but that's besides the point. Let's get right into it. Today's episode is about episode 5 of the first season of Breaking Bad, and that is called Gray Matter. And this was a very interesting episode. First, I want to get into my favorite moments of the episode, or really favorite aspects of the episode. And rather than before, where I went over like 5 or so, I'm just going to hit on 2. And the 2 most important aspects of this episode, the first of which had to do with what was happening to Jesse. Now, where it opened up with him in this nice suit and tie, interviewing for a new position. He's like really trying to sell himself, but the position just ended up being, a position of dancing in I think it was like a dollar bill outfit and spinning a sign, which, we ended up finding out his friend Badger was doing. And that was very interesting because it was really different to see him all nice and clean cut. And I felt like between that and also later in the episode where he and Badger were, well, really just he was trying to cook meth, trying to recreate Walt's recipe, Badger was worthless. I mean, I don't know if he's going to reappear in the show. I'm sure he probably will because he's not dead. But I just really feel like this episode showed a lot of growth on Jesse's part. It's like kind of what we started to see a little bit of in the episode where he was with his family, but I just really feel like this was an episode that showed really how Jesse was growing up. Like he was taking the things that Walt had told him, or that just the things that Walt had said around him, to heart. It's like he's sort of, in a way, using it to make himself seem smarter than he was before, maybe smarter than he really is. But it showed a sort of one of the things I predicted in the past, which is that Jesse would start to see Walt as sort of a father figure. Now, that's not really a confirmation, but I feel like parts of that are starting to take fold. Again, where Jesse is essentially learning from Walt, unlike when he was younger and he was just a screw-up kid in school. Now, my second favorite aspect of this episode would be... it would be when the whole family came together for to talk to Walt. Like they were all sitting around the table. I can't think of the right word for right now, but just that entire scene was amazing. It was hilarious, especially because of Hank. It really brought out a lot of things about the characters that really made me find them truly interesting. Like Hank and Marie, I've made it almost a complete 180 on them. I actually love them now. I love how sincere they are. It's like, that both of them have aspects about them that I might still find boring or I don't enjoy as characters in the show, but overall, it's just, I've made a complete 180 on them. I really enjoy them now. I really like them as part of the show. And I've almost started to really dislike Skylar. Now, not completely, because it's like the things that she is doing is completely understandable, but just within the context of the show, she's really kind of grating on my nerves, and that's only because I really like the character Walt. I'm interested to see where he's going, and unfortunately I feel like Skylar's getting in the way of that. Now, I'm going to have to completely change my mindset on that, I know, because she is his wife, and she has his best, she has good intentions. But again, I know kind of, where the show's going to be going, so I feel like she's just getting in the way. So again, it's just, I don't feel like I don't hate her as a character. I don't dislike her as a character. She kind of bothered me this episode, but even her, the way she played off of Hank and Marie in this episode was just hilarious. It really made me laugh all the way through. Oh, the talking pillow. Every time that was brought up, I cracked up in this episode. It was just, it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. Now, to talk about just to mention my favorite quote of this episode. And it was really something that I feel like sort of summed up all the things that have been happening the last several episodes since episode 3 where Walt killed Domingo. Yeah, Domingo. And Well, it was literally the last scene of the episode. He looks at Jesse and says, "Wanna cook?" That quote right there, that line just says to you, stuff's about to get real. Things are about to get real in this show. And it really, that moment had me, as like, well, it's time to watch the next episode, obviously. Which I haven't yet. I don't watch TV as much as I should, which sounds really weird. Anyway, but yeah, that was just a great quote, and really I feel like sets in motion whatever's going to happen in the next 2 episodes to conclude this season. Now, before I get into my overall thoughts about this episode, I contacted one of my friends. He goes by Deacon Blue online of Buku Media. I'll put the address for his website right here. And I wanted to see like what he thought about this episode. You'll be hearing from him in future episodes of Discovering Breaking Bad as well. But I'll let you know what he had to say about this episode, and it's very insightful. This episode is a pivotal one for pushing Walt over into the realm of lawlessness, and the irony is that it all comes out of love and best intentions. We get to find out more about Walt's past and how he was pivotal in the creation of a hot company called Gray Matter, but for some reason didn't become a co-founder and ended up teaching high school chemistry instead. When Skyler tries to maneuver Walt's former and now wealthy associates into helping with Walt's medical expenses, something they are all too eager and willing to do, Walt instead feels manipulated. This is compounded later when his wife, son, and in-laws stage an intervention to convince him to seek medical help and accept whatever aid he can get, financial and otherwise. In the end, all this does is remind Walt that he hasn't been in control of his life for years, and he had control when he was cooking meth to sell. Instead of being moved by the concern for those around him, his pride and his humiliation at past failures serve as catalysts to fully transform him from the meek man he's been to one who wants to succeed on his own skills and merits, no matter what the criminal nature of it. He loves his family, but accepting their help undermines his own plans, and this is a kind of tunnel vision that will drive many of his actions throughout the series. Now again, thank you very much to my friend Deacon Blue for submitting those words. It's really insightful into this episode, and I think are just a really good summation of what happened in the episode overall. And really, coming off of that, I feel like this episode was a really good one overall. It had just about everything. It had a good amount of drama, a good amount of character development on many parts, in my opinion. It had comedy, and then it ended on just the perfect note with that quote, "Wanna cook?" It was really a great episode. I think possibly my favorite episode of this season so far. I mean, nothing, huge happened really, but just overall, it just felt like the best and strongest episode I've seen so far. So really, that's all I have to say. Thank you all very much for watching this. If there's anything that you have to say about upcoming episodes, let me know. Feel free to send messages my way. If you have anything you'd like to say about this particular episode, anything else about the episode that you found particularly powerful, or any other quotes that you think are, worthy of being the best quote of the episode, please let me know. I love any and all comments that I get about these episodes. And once again, thank you very much to my friend Deacon Blue for submitting his thoughts about this episode. It is greatly appreciated. And everyone, I will see you on the next Discovering Breaking Bad.